This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Oh, you know we will. We'll interact with you live on the show because that's the way we like it. We want you to connect with us. You can comment on our Facebook Live presentation. That's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Experience Pros, or give us a call. 303-632-4160. Sitting in for Angel, who is, I'm guessing she's on a lunch break right now in Las Vegas, because I see her name popping up on a couple of our videos. So she's checking in on us, making sure everything is going smooth.
Hi, Angel.
Sally Wurr is in the house. Sally Wurr, SW Insurance Corp. Thank you for being here.
It's always such a joy and pleasure. It's always a joy and pleasure.
Well, we feel the same way about you. Nicholas Cole, who's a contributor for Inc.com, talks about something that you, I get, and even Gary Barnes, who he's a good mutual friend, references a lot, and that is that failure isn't always the worst thing.
Absolutely. I would agree with him.
Right? So he says that failure is required in order to learn some simple lessons. And he brought some simple lessons that we can learn through failure. Here's lesson number 1. You can't learn responsibility until you see the effects of your negligence. Let me give you an example. Right? That's heavy. Smoke's coming out of Sally's ear. We're going to have to call the fire department here in a minute. It's true. You can't learn responsibility until you see the effects of your negligence. And let me tell you what he's thinking about here. He says, when you make a promise to someone, they rely on you.
That's absolutely correct.
Right?
That's absolutely correct.
Has it ever happened? You've made a promise to someone and then I'm not, should I candy coat it? Life happens. Or you just dropped the ball. You failed.
Yep.
However you like it, right?
Own up.
If that's the case, then what do? How do you, you in business, nothing teaches you the value of your word and the responsibility it carries, like letting someone down. How many times do we make a promise? Even you and I were just talking about something off the air, and you were saying, I'm really interested in this thing that you guys getting ready to roll out. And I said, Sally, it's coming. I promise you it's coming.
Yeah.
But I can't promise you when, because it would be irresponsible of me, right?
Absolutely.
I don't want you looking for that date and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So we need to learn, and sometimes we learn this the hard way, right? Yeah. To work relentlessly to never let someone down. The old adage that says under promise and over deliver, I don't like that because it's not consistent.
No.
Be consistent with your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
And just follow through.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a lot of protocols in my business that I don't do this until I've done this.
Right. Right. There's a proper order.
There's a proper order.
All right. Here's the second one. You can't learn patience until you're forced to be patient with someone else.
That's what raising children does to you, doesn't it? It teaches you patience and employees.
Yes. Is there a difference?
Sometimes not so much.
I guess diapers. That might be the only difference.
Yeah. Sometimes it's even that.
Yeah. And you know what? One of ours is listening. So I'm just kidding, Cher. I'm just kidding.
We love you, Cher.
We love Cher.
Cher's the exception.
All right. When you're working a job, maybe when you're a kid, when you're young in the world, you expect everyone to cater to you. You want others to be patient with you. You want them to understand you, right? And all of that is true. And we want that to happen as well. We want people to connect with us. But as you get older, it's not until the roles are flipped that you have to provide someone else with all those things and then some.
Yes.
Right? And you realize what true patience means. We're talking about important life lessons you can't learn as an entrepreneur without letting someone down or failing. Okay?
Failing's a part of the process.
It's part of the process. Absolutely. And we all have experienced some of these things. So here's the third one. You won't learn the impact that you have as a business owner until you have to let somebody go. Especially in entrepreneurship, hiring and firing is reduced to a mentality of shifting around puzzle pieces until you find the right combination and successful model, right?
Yeah.
We've been there.
Yep.
We've been there.
Yep.
The reality of the situation is the people you hire become dependent upon you for their livelihood, their rent, their food, their family, etc. It is a humbling lesson to learn when you ask someone to be a part of your team. They're taking a gamble on you as much as you're taking a gamble on them.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Have you got staff? Have you ever had staff?
Yeah, I've had staff. Yeah. That's actually a 2018 goal. So
right.
It's going to have to happen. This
the wheels go around and around and around. Right?
And sometimes your wheels need a second set of wheels. So
absolutely.
You find those people.
The next one is you can't improve what you personally don't understand.
Oh, that's true.
Now, this is something that hits close to home for me because I've had close people in my life explain, hey, you got a deficiency in this area. And I didn't realize
Not
it.
you. How dare they?
God bless you. Can you just stay here for a little while? And in those situations where I've been presented with, areas of deficiency or weakness or all out rebellion. And this has happened more than once in my life. And when I didn't realize it, I can't improve what I don't understand.
Exactly.
So, then you find out who your true friends are when they sit there and say, you know what? I love you enough to go through it with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to help you understand because if you don't improve, I'm going to clock you. Right?
Yes.
Here's another one. You can't rely on someone else until you can first rely on yourself.
Oh, now I like that one.
Right?
Yeah.
The show starts, the buck stops here, right? This is it. I got to understand how to rely on myself so that I can then fully allow somebody else to step into a position of reliance.
That's a hard one for people.
Sure it is. It's like delegation, right?
Yes.
Delegation. Who does it better than you, Sally? No one.
Not too many people.
And listener, who does it better than you? Who does it better than you, listener? Not very many people. No. Right?
You know what you know.
That's just it.
You just know what you know.
But here's the truth. You got to know yourself first. And a true sign of strength and maturity is being able then to rely on others the way that you can fully rely on yourself. And finally, here's the last one. You won't know your full potential until you've been pushed past the point of failure. My skiing instructor, good friend of mine, taught me this. He says, if you're not falling down, because he took me on the Black Hill Moguls, right? And just double black diamonds going down crazy. And he says this, I'm rolling down the hills and I'm complaining about it. And he comes back up to me and he says, unless you're falling down, you're not skiing to your potential. Right?
What fast lane?
Fast lane.
on 2 feet or rolling? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Join us for the Fast Lane. Join our group, the Experience Pros Network on Facebook. Just type that in and join us. Sally Wurr and I are hanging out. Now we're going to flip the script and I'm going to talk to Sally about Sally right after these messages.
You're listening